Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Unedited Beautiful Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Now, I've been making videos for quite some time and I've had a few problems with YouTube. Hey, you're not allowed to say this, you're not allowed to do that, and I'm very, very restricted in what I can do, what I can show, what I can say. Censorship at its best. But I found a new outlet. It's called LBRY, and I'll leave the links to this in the description box down below. It allows me to say exactly what I need to say and do exactly what I need to do. If my YouTube channel just disappears, then you'll know exactly where to find me. Come over and have a look. It's a great place. Absolutely no censorship in whatsoever. Now, back on with the video. Today I need to show you some pictures and videos that might make you question what you're looking at. Not everything is so strange, but does beg answers, and this is one of those videos. Electric Charged Skies, PB Awake. I'll leave the links to his channel in the description box down below so you can go over and like the video and show your appreciation. That would be really, really nice. Pretty bizarre, taken on the 27th of October 2018 at 17:57. We've got some angry clouds, as you can see here, and we've got this colour just here. Let's watch the video. Before we get started, I did actually ask PB Awake where the sun was in the sky. He actually replied, "Unedited View on Things, sunset was behind the houses, totally obscured by the black clouds, approximately behind a fir tree in this video," and he's in Durham. Now, I've just checked and the sun sets at 5:41, and as you can see, this video was taken at 5:57, so I find this quite intriguing. So I'm presuming that he's talking about this fir tree here. The sun is in this general direction. It's set at 5:41. The time now is 5:57. Why are we getting this? It is very, very possible that the sun's rays are still just enough in the sky to light this cloud up. That's here, behind this black cloud. This is very, very thin. I ask you just one question. Why is it not red anywhere else? Maybe it's just because that cloud might be at a higher altitude. But hey, what do I know? They can make our skies do anything they want. They can make it snow, they can make it hot, they can make it rain. Global engineering. And yeah, of course they can. 60,000 patents to prove what I'm talking about. Links in the description, by the way. I was thinking to myself, really, what if I actually put this in a filter? The filter we're going to use is called Equalize. Equalize does nothing more than bring the colour, contrast, brightness and saturation up to the same point. Everything to the same level. Doesn't put anything in, doesn't take anything away. For it to be there in the first place, it's actually got to be there in the first place. This is what I've got to make you understand. You can't put something in that's not there. Of course, there's nothing to hide in the skies. I've said this so many different times, and I will say it so many different times again. Our governments would have told us now, wouldn't they? They would never lie to us. The proof is in the pudding. Many people are showing pictures, videos of things in the sky that really shouldn't be there. But the trouble is, what we're looking at can be misconstrued as lens flares, camera abnormalities, and really isn't proof. So what I'm going to do is make a video about everything, put it all together and just show you in plain logic, in plain terms, that everybody can understand that there is something majorly wrong with our skies, that there is something coming towards us. It is so easy if you look at the great big picture. It's not that hard at all. Look at the small stories. You never put it together at all. So let's have a look at this in Equalize. As you can see, the filter Equalize doesn't do anything. It doesn't put anything in. It doesn't take anything away. What we're looking at is already there. That is the only way I can describe it. And don't forget, when we're looking at pictures from a camera, it always brightens things up. This is going to be a lot darker than what it actually appears. Very, very yellow, very, very red. Yeah, Is this a big white cloud? Why is it all not lit up? Because we can get to see that there is a big white cloud there behind these dark clouds. Let's have a look at the video. Even still, it does look very much, well, like I call maybe a cartoonish sort of sky. But you can see there's a lot more definition going on. Are these clouds actually hiding something in the sky? Are they trying to hide maybe the colours, and so we don't get to see certain things? But of course that wouldn't be possible now, because there's nothing there, is there? Turning the camera around, look how red it is. It's extremely red. Maybe that's the fir tree he was talking about. Never mind, it makes no difference. As you can see, well, yeah, it's plain as day right in front of you. It's just very, very strange. I'm sure there's a plausible answer to what we're looking at, and it's nothing more than the sun's rays, but I just find it quite interesting. It makes me wonder sometimes if what we're looking at actually is real, or is it projected? Because they've turned our skies into a great big plasma screen using those chemtrails with aluminium and all the other bits and pieces. What you might find in a plasma screen TV. But hey, what do I know? Everything's normal, nothing to see here. Mr. MBB333 published a video on the 24th of June 2019. What caused the moon to look like the sun? Unedited Beautiful Photograph. I'll leave the links to this in the description box down below, just in case you haven't seen it. He talks about this picture that a subscriber sent to him amongst other different pieces, but he blames what we're looking on, or looking at, the cause of what we're looking at, should I say, sand being blown across the moon. I don't actually see no evidence of sand at all. I'm looking at a red moon, and white on the outside, and yellow around the outside of that, and red around the outside of that. Now, we get 2 blood red moons a year. We know this, it's a fact. Everything meets up, we get 2 a year. But we're also seeing blood red moons when they're half moons, quarter moons, eighth moons, and that really shouldn't happen. How many people have seen the blood red sunrises? The sun actually red, and sunsets, blood red suns setting. Because there's something red coming towards us. Let me show you something else. Haze from a Canadian fire in southeast SD. Cece Wilson published this video on May the 31st, 2019. Links to her channel in the description box down below. Go over, give her a like. What she's saying is, or what she's been told we're looking at, is because there's a haze from a fire in the background. Yet again, I don't actually see nothing to prove that. I'm looking at our real sun. Hint of white in the centre, red around the outside. And yeah, that's a normal thing to see. You can actually see it in the water. What I'm looking at is our real sun setting with a red object behind it. The red spinning planet. It's turning everything red. It's dyeing our sun. It's dyeing our moon. And that's why they've got technology in the sky, like the sun simulator. So our sun doesn't actually turn red, and nor does our moon. Let me show you a bit of footage that I actually caught off one of our security cameras at work. Yeah, I know I should have been working, but this is much more fun. Date is the 18th of the 6th, 2019, Tuesday, 4 minutes past the hour of 4. I'm going to see our sun come through the sky. We're looking at a bit of footage that's 1 hour and 3 minutes long, compressed into 3 minutes and 30 seconds or thereabouts. Basically looking at a time lapse. Down here we got picture in picture. The filter we're going to use in that box is equalize as always. look at the two pictures, absolutely no difference, but this one's a little bit brighter. So when we get to see a cartoon sky, and we've seen it many different times using this filter, it tells me that they're projecting an image or using holographic technology to hide what's right in front of our faces. That wouldn't be possible now, would it? Yellow, red, yellow, white, blue. Sun simulator. Yellow is our sun. Red is that red spinning planet that's coming towards us. The sun is still there in the sky. No sun, no life. Don't even get me started. The sun simulator is for a different purpose. And you can see what's happening with the sun simulator just there. You can't see anything behind that cloud, that chemtrail haze that's in the background. It turns our sky into a great big one-way mirror. The clouds, well, the chemtrails will change. And down here, we can see an arrow. This denotes that we're looking at a red planet, the red spinning planet, starting to come out from behind the sun and starting to light our sky up. 4:28, let's zoom in. And something quite interesting happens. Just here you're going to notice that our sun looks like it's poking out from behind the clouds, but it's 4:33, another 20 minutes, and look, it just disappears. Another 20 minutes before it actually rises. Yellow, the red's starting to die away, and yellow in the sky. These chemtrails are starting to change colour. As the sun simulator comes through the sky, these will all of a sudden cloud the sky because they're already there. We just don't actually get to see them. White, 4:44, and our sun is starting to rise. White in the centre, that's the sun simulator, and you can see that the sky is starting to change. The colours still very, very red just down here. Yellow, red over here. That red planet is still behind our sun and sun simulator. Looking at alien skies, because when I was a kid I never saw things like this at all. Look at the chemtrails. Down here, they're starting to crank the sun simulator up. And if you notice that the camera has been adjusting and it was getting darker and darker, and now the sun simulator is coming to life. They're cranking it up. The camera's yet again adjusting. The sky will change in such a way that you will not be able to see anything in the background. And look at this. Just normal. Most people just don't take any notice. These are not real clouds. This is being manipulated in many different ways. And you can see exactly what's going on with this sun simulator. You have got no chance of seeing anything at all. Over here there looks like there's a bit of a sundog going on. At 5:32, it is now unbearably bright. Getting very, very yellow and red down here. What colour is this? This is not our sun. This is the sun simulator. A big white bright LED light in our sky. So if you don't believe what I'm showing you, what I'm saying to you, that there's something coming towards us, a planet, and it's causing misery, mayhem with the weather, volcanoes, and much more. Let me put it all together for you. Let me put it in front of you. Let me lay it out in layman's terms so that anybody can understand. At any rate, that's for another video. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Of course, we're just looking at 40 cameras, aren't we?